The Rochester campus of the University of Minnesota has weathered the many storms of 2020. We've done so supporting one another and adapting very rapidly. We've lived our values. We have an anti-racist action plan that we have crafted together, so important to our campus community. We launched our first ever alumni magazine, The Kettle, and even as that magazine was coming out, many of our graduates were serving among the heroes in the battle against COVID-19. We also had a public health campaign, Protect the Nest, with high student compliance. I'm so proud. And a record student enrollment. Can you imagine how outstanding these young health professionals will be, having begun their education in the midst of a global pandemic? It's been quite a year. I'm most proud of accomplishments that were invisible, and that is the way that we cared about each other. Faculty were so devoted to making education work even when we were apart. Staff were running meals to those in quarantine. We had losses, and we grieved virtually. We had a lot to celebrate. Retirements and tenures, and also commencement and acceptances to grad school. And we did that virtually too. We even had IT staff running hotspots out to the farm last March so students without internet wouldn't miss a thing. I'm proud of how we endured. I'm proud of what we're learning. It has been quite a year.
In public health, we're always thinking of the potential worst case scenario that could happen and trying to find ways to prevent it or mitigate it or make it better. We've tried to use those to the students' advantage as much as possible, even when times were really hard. While we have had limitations, we've been able to really grow in our teaching in ways we hadn't been pushed to do in the past. We never want to get comfortable in what we do, but this pushed us to try and meet students really where they are, and to think about ourselves as instructors and maybe what we've been shying away from in the past because we didn't know if we had the time or we didn't know if we wanted to do it. And this made us think outside the box completely and try and make things the best that they could be for our students in a world that's absolutely not perfect. When I think about my colleagues and the other faculty at UMR, we rely on each other a lot anyway, because everyone's always trying to change and do something new and do something better. And we also are a group of faculty that really think of our students first in any possible way we can. The type of commitment that we see with our faculty at UMR has just been magnified in this, and it kind of gets to me a little bit. You might be able to tell that, but I have been spending time reflecting on how the pandemic has magnified areas of ways we've been able to help each other and help each other cope and find a way to persist until this is a memory that we'll use to continue learning.
As a student during the past year, it was very difficult. I felt a lot of doubt and insecurity. Working with the Diversity and Inclusions Committee, we are working on an anti-racism action plan. And for me, as a student representative for the Diversity and Inclusions Committee, it was important for me to shed light onto the students' needs and all of the students' needs. It was something that really made me feel that I had a voice in. And with that, hopefully we're able to create an environment for students of color to feel that they are able to succeed. But for us, education has always been the best part of it. And hopefully as our students are all future healthcare professionals, that we're able to kind of use that as a way to show that these students are going to be working in the healthcare professional. They're going to be giving back to their communities, and they're going to be able to use their voice in other communities and stand up for their patients. I'm super proud to be a part of the UMR community. I definitely think it's a school for me, and I came here with the intent to be surrounded by individuals who have big and amazing goals like I do, and being able to see success coaches going a mile out of their way to be able to support students like myself is amazing, just knowing that we have that support and that the opportunities are there.
As an alumni of the University of Minnesota Rochester, I feel like I was really prepared for my current career trajectory. When the coronavirus pandemic hit, I feel like my experiences at UMR really allowed me to be flexible and kind of make that shift from my studies of Ebola virus over to thinking about the current threats that are facing the community. You know, our lab was very uniquely suited to start handling the coronavirus and start developing therapies that we could get out to the clinic and out to the broader community to face this really daunting task. So I just really want to say thank you, and I want to express my pride of the university, of not only the staff and faculty kind of preparing me for this experience, but also looking to see what the university is doing right now to address these health needs within the community. You know, this is an unprecedented time in our lives that needs to be treated with science and with precision, and I feel like that's something that the University of Minnesota Rochester has really focused on, and they've really shown their dedication to solving the grand health challenges of the 21st century.
This resilience building year of agility has strengthened our campus community. We're looking forward with active hope. Stay tuned, because there may be some exciting things emerging from all the lessons we've learned during this challenging time. For now, onward to 2021.